Hello, my beautiful tribe. Welcome to June's first art activity. This month, we're focusing on the heart, all matters of the heart, from what's heart driven, tucked in secret in our hearts, the truth in our hearts. Well, you get it, anything heart. Before jumping in, let's chat a bit about our sacred heart. I want this exercise to be a little manifestation of what's truly tucked in our heart center, what it's made of, what's it filled with, what it looks like to you when you create it out of beautiful colors. What are the layers of your heart? What are the lyrics of your heart? What colors, textures, symbols represent your heart? This is a meditative practice, a look into what you think and want your heart space to look like. What inspires you? What do you dream of? What makes your heart beat fast? What makes your heart slow down? Define each chamber and area of the heart, showing without restraint or inhibitions what truly is etched in your beautiful, living, beating, loving organ. For this activity, I decided to have us make a whimsical representation of our Sacred Heart. So whether I sent you a physical illustration copy of a heart or emailed it to you, you can use it to get you started to create your base. I'm working on a canvas instead of my junk journal because I'm called to create a thick 3D piece of art. But as always, do what feels right, create it on whatever your heart desires. So for this exercise, we'll be using an anatomical heart, again, to represent what we want to see and embody and be in our heart space when we think about our heart center. So the best way to create an anatomical art piece is just to simply cut out the image of the heart and just you can use this or whatever I emailed you, or if you find something different that calls to you, maybe it's just a little bit different than this particular illustration, that's fine too. And just go ahead and cut around it, and then we'll go ahead and glue it down onto our canvas, making sure that it's nice and flat, there is no bubbles, and that it's not peeling away at the corners. As always, there are no rules what you can use to decorate and create your heart piece. I'm using some really bright colors. I'm feeling really called to make a heart that is bright and colorful, and it just feels just bursting with colors and really, really juicy. And I'm also using some scrapbook paper. This one is textured and bright orange, and it feels just really good to work with it and include it in my heart piece. So I'm just going to cut out a little shape, and I'm just going to glue it at a small section of the heart illustration. Don't be afraid of mixing wild colors and non matching whimsical patterns. This is your sacred heart, it's your sacred space, and it can be as wild and creative as you want it to be. Um, be courageous with your artwork and make sure that you don't feel stuck in a certain pattern or restrained by using only a certain color palette. Just really use what you're being called to. So if your heart is a little bit of an old soul and you feel like you resonate with vintagey stuff or a floral aesthetic or whatever that may be bold in using those themes. It doesn't have to match, it doesn't have to make sense. You just have to be yourself and allow yourself to create. So I'm also using a marker here so that I'm kind of doodling and making shapes and just really adding some points of interest in my artwork. And this is the beautiful thing about art. You can use everything and anything from paint, markers, colored pencils, acrylics, watercolors, um, stickers, texture paste. I mean, the sky's the limit. So don't feel confined to only using one type of medium. As I meditate on my sacred heart, I feel called to use bright colors and really creative expressions. Lately, I've had so many signs and downloads about my heart space, specifically about it being connected to the sacred heart of Jesus. I think of my heart space and I envision the heart full of life, full of color and creativity. And I also do associate the color red and orange and blue with the colors of Master Jesus. I also see new ideas blossom from every corner of my heart. And lately, I'm encouraged more than ever to be brave, to use my heart and not my head, to truly listen to what my heart is saying. I want to honor this new profound feeling with reds, the color of passion and creativity and birthing, and orange, a juicy color that represents renewal, life, zest for living and enjoyment, even some Shakti energy. And it just reminds me of a succulent fruit ready to be enjoyed and celebrated. This is what I truly want my heart and life to be like, a bursting explosion of joy, art, color, constant growth, and love. Next, I'm going to use a hot glue gun to make some 3D texture onto my painting. It is a technique that I absolutely love to use. It just gives it a little bit of extra texture and that raised illustration look, that 3D look. So I am going to basically create some outlines out of the hot glue, and it's going to be drying raised and bubbly, and I can paint over it, and I can, always use it as a way to trace the heart with my fingers and just really feeling that beautiful texture beneath the fingers. And I just love this technique. I think it just adds so much to your artwork. Now I'm just taking some white paint, and once the glue is dry, I just paint over the glue, the hardened glue, and it'll be a nice little pattern, raised and thick. And I decided to use white just so it pops against the bright colors of the red and the orange. And up here, I decided to use the bright blue to paint over the glue because, again, it's a nice contrast against the white. If you've used acrylics or watercolors or anything that needs to dry, allow that layer to dry, and then feel free to add stickers or ephemera to your artwork. Again, there is no limit to what you can place on your heart. For me, I love anything floral and butterflies, so I decided to have a little area of my heart just bursting with nature and flowers and butterflies and just my love for nature and being connected to Mother Earth. I love writing special messages and wordings in my artwork. Sometimes those words are overshadowed by thick layers of paint or other medium, but that's okay because it's all about the process and I know what's there. I know what's under the layers. So I decided to take the same concept and apply it to my heart and just write some things that I want to keep tucked in my heart, like forgiveness and the names of the people that I love the most in my life or things that I'm super thankful for. So I encourage you to go ahead and scribble, doodle, write, anything that feels aligned with you in your heart space. You can even write some lyrics of a song that really means a lot to you or a few words from a poem. There's really no limit. So just see where your heart takes you. I hope you enjoy creating this sacred heart space for yourself. I can't wait to see your beautiful, heartfelt work. Until next time.